How's it going, everybody? My name is Jim, and welcome to FSD Driver. Today, we're going to do our first highway drive on FSD 12.6.3. This is an end-to-end highway stack, which is phenomenal. So our car is actually getting out of this parking lot. It's being a little hesitant for some reason. I know that there is a crosswalk back there for pedestrians. Maybe that's what's holding the car up. I know that you're supposed to slow down for pedestrians, but maybe just because they're yellow lines, it automatically was doing this braking and releasing. Now, this drive is kind of a long one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the footage to save you time, and then I'll slow it down at key points to give you guys a little bit of information. And before I do that, I wanted to mention just a couple things here that I noticed with this. So the biggest thing is when you go to autopilot in your car's menu, you will see new modes. You will basically see chill mode, you will see standard mode, and you will see hurry mode. Now we are driving in hurry mode, and we also have a speed offset of, I believe, 30 to 40%. So we will be going faster than what is postmarked on the speed limits, but we will also slow down and stay with the flow of traffic as well. Now, this is an almost zero intervention drives. There are a couple little things. The other thing I wanted to mention too before I post any more videos is I'm going to recalibrate the cameras in my car. The reason being is I saw a post from another gentleman. I believe his name is like Tesla Iowa or Iowa Tesla. You can find him on X. He posted a video saying that what you should do after you get this 12.6.3 update is go into the service menu and recalibrate the cameras. And it actually started to make a lot of sense to me. Almost like Tesla should be just forcing users after every FSD update. Like, we should be forced to upgrade our cameras, or recalibrate the cameras, just to make sure that everything is good to go with our vehicles. I think that would help a lot. I think that would actually solve like a majority of our issues. So in the last video I posted, I just drove it right after I got the software update, and it was probably one of the worst drives that I had. This highway drive is fantastic. I'll speed up the footage. I'll let you guys know. I do want to let you know one thing, though. The car is coming up on a left-hand red. The car will do fine at this light, but when we need to make the on-ramp light, I actually have to step on the accelerator because there is a gentleman in a white Ford behind me slamming his horn on at me, and then he actually passes me on the left-hand side on the highway, and he's actually giving me the bird. It was not a nice thing, but that's just one of those things when you let the car cook for too long, people around you can get a little upset. So anyways, enjoy the video. I'll speed it up and slow it down when we need to. All right, guys, so not an intervention, but the car is doing something unique that I've never seen before on highway. And remember, we're on the highway stack end to end. it's actually crossing over two lanes, and it's doing it the correct way you're supposed to be doing it. It puts its blinker on, it moves over, it keeps its blinker on, and then it moves over again. Now, in previous versions, what it would do is it would put its blinker on, shut its blinker off, put its blinker on, then it would make the first merge, then it would just stay in the lane for a little bit, and then it would put its blinker on, wouldn't work, put its blinker on a second time, and then it would get into the fast lane. So this is all great behavior by the vehicle. It seems to be working really swell. This is also where I started to notice that you can use your scroll wheel and it will actually display the font at the top left hand of the corner, and it will say hurry, and now you can actually adjust your speed up or down, which is really great. So this is a 55. We are going a little bit above the 55, but we are maintaining the flow of traffic with everybody who's in the same lane as us. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention is when there is a car behind me, the car will actually move over in the slow lane. So there is a point in this video where I end up moving over into the right-hand lane, and it's all because the car behind me is going faster than me, and they're in the fast lane. And it's very interesting because this used to be the thing that I saw 2 versions ago on FSD. And then on the last version of the 12.5.4.2, it just kind of disappeared and the car stayed static into the fast lane. So this is a nice thing to actually see. We're going to go ahead and speed this up. Also, at the end of this video, tell me how many Tesla Cybertrucks you have seen in this video. There's actually... I don't want to tell you the number now, but tell me how many you guys think you see throughout this video. Also, Teslas in Minnesota, just wanted to mention this. They're everywhere now, and you'll start seeing them more and more in this video. There's actually a nice tan one that's going to pull up to the side of me here shortly, but we're going to go ahead and speed this up. So we are getting into a congested area. This area is always congested here. The car in front of us is slowing down. They need to move over, but our car actually puts its blinker on and it sneaks into this spot. And that is fantastic. I've actually never had this happen before. I've taken this route many times and I've actually missed this exit because the car will not move over. So I just want to let you guys know here, this has been a fantastic drive so far. The car is definitely getting over to where it needs to be before it actually gets to its point. So what my car typically would do is about at this point, right about here, it would try to sneak in, but there would already be a line of cars, and then we have to deal with the double white. And because the car snuck in early, we are off to a really good start with this end-to-end highway stack. All right, guys, so we're actually going to come up on our first intervention on this highway stack. Now, here's the deal. The car has its blinker on to move over into the right-hand lane, but you'll notice that we have double dashed white lines, and the car does not know what to do. It actually keeps trying to cross over, and then it loops itself back into the fast lane. Now, it keeps its blinker on the whole time to try to do this over and over again, and it just cannot be successful. successful. So I think the double dashed white lines are actually freaking it out. Now, there is a truck that is behind me. It's a black Dodge. He was actually getting a little nervous, you could see, because he let off of his accelerator and he let me just kind of have more and more room. But that happened about 3 or 4 times. So I broke it out of FSD, put it back into FSD. Car is driving like normal, but I really think this could just be an issue. Maybe that is not a common thing. Again, I don't drive this way too often, but that lane is a express lane from certain times of the day where you have to pay an express fee. It's open right now to all traffic. There's the truck that ended up passing me, but he knew something was definitely wrong. I could see it in the rearview mirror. He let off of the accelerator. He was really watching me with a close eye as the car tried to attempt those. But I don't know, how often are there a double dashed white line into a double solid line, and how does your guys' vehicles react? That's really the only intervention that we have, and it's pretty unique. But again, I haven't driven that road on any other version in this direction, so I can't tell if that's something new from this version or if it's something that would have happened in the other version of the 12.5.4.2. I'll just leave that up to you guys to decide. Let me know in the comments below, though, what you guys think about that double white line dash. It's kind of unique, and the car just really didn't know how to handle it. All right, guys, so we are coming up on our last turn here. We actually need to be in the right-hand lane. This is the double right-hand lane, but we need to be in the first-hand lane to do this turn. The reason is because if we were in this right-hand lane where we're going to see this white truck pass by in a few seconds here, this is our next turn. So we have 2 rights that basically happen right away. Our car doesn't seem to be in the proper lane. This is a red light. You're not supposed to take a right-hand turn on the red. Most people do because that's just what we think of. But we're just waiting for our turn. Our blinker is on. We go through this intersection. Our blinker remains on, and now we cross over. But if there was a buildup of traffic somewhere in the future, I think that would cause a problem. Maybe we would miss this turn. Now, I did want to say it handled everything exceptionally well on this drive. One of the best highway drives that I've had in a very long time. And I wanted to say I'm going to break it out of FSD here now, and it's nothing to do with the car. It's just the fact that the GPS point is just in the center of this mall. I need to go to one side of the mall. The car doesn't know. It's not the car's fault. The GPS point just is not mapped. It's just mapped to the mall, not the store. I need to go into the mall. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Highway Stack is extremely improved compared to the 12.5.4.2 version that was not end-to-end. Man, what a difference it is. Other than that double dashed white line that we saw, everything has been good so far. But again, these are our early stages in testing. And also, I know the haters out there will still say, but dude, you're not on 13. That's totally fine. A majority of people will be on this version that I am on, and that's fine. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great weekend.